ostensibly named the 24-hour art lock-in. We're actually just doing 20 hours, 20 artists, 20 hours, making as much work as possible, locked in one room, from the outside. Nobody can leave, nobody can come in, unless there's a dire emergency. And otherwise, artists are going to bring all their materials, all their food, all their sleeping things, all their drugs, whatever they might need, to make it through 20 hours of making as much artwork as possible.
Well, I do a little bit of everything, but the Rose Knot is my business, and so it's more of a service. We provide a service, so that doesn't really fall under the category of art, but I have several women that work with me, and we do clothing alterations, repairs, and a lot of custom design for special events and weddings. And then, of course, any free time that I have or any collaborations I might have, I get to just design whatever my heart desires. And then on the side, from sewing, I've been doing a little puppetry work. I make puppets.
I'm a painter, and I'm influenced by my friends, graffiti, punk rock, and metal music, and all the imagery that comes along with that. Also, outside art, pop surreal, and I guess I'm more of an illustrator than a painter.
You could, it has roots in surrealism. I take a lot of inspiration from dreams. I wouldn't just call it surrealist work, though. It's more of a contemporary spin on maybe traditional academic allegorical paintings. I really dig the ideas of layering ideas and just sort of infusing a painting with lots of symbolism.
I will be making clothes, and I want things to be wearable. So I'm leaning towards art to wear, but I want someone to be able to go up, touch it, maybe even try it on. But it's going to be more avant-garde. It's not going to be something you find at a retail store.
What do you expect to make during the art lock-in?
Money.
What
I expect to make, I don't really know what to expect because I'm sure I'll be bouncing off all the other artists there and influenced by them. And hopefully I'll make some friends and some pieces that will eventually just be studies and they'll like something more intense.
I do watercolors again, which is what I did in the last one, watercolor drawings. And just try to make as much work as possible and keep a high quality and not burn my brain out too bad. It's really interesting, and during an interview with Chris Dotson, who was in the last one, he's joining me in this one too, he said something about it feeling sort of like you're back in school and you're in this sort of high energy mode where there's a lot of people doing a lot of different things all around you, and I totally agree with him that it feels like that, and I like that feeling because it's something that becomes kind of absent when you're just alone in your studio all the time. So it can be fun to just jump out of that, break out of it, and feel like you are, really part of a crazy artist commune or something for a little while.
Well, I know Shelley Smith. I know her personally, and she's participating, and I don't know anyone else. I've met a few of the other artists, so I don't really know their work, and so I won't know until I get there and I see it. And, I could be influenced by a color, or if someone's an illustrator, they might be behind a line illustration that I'm in love with, and then I take that silhouette and translate it into my clothes. I guess we'll kind of see what happens.
I think I'm going to pay attention to all the techniques they use and probably jack them and then incorporate them into my own work. And hopefully my work will develop from that and be better.
And this art lock-in mixes a good mix of established artists in Charleston with some kind of young blood kids. Mm-hmm. What do you think that interaction is going to be like?
I think it's refreshing for both sides. The younger artists get to see sort of how, although it's an atypical scenario, nobody's working probably how they work in their studio. Some people may, but the younger artists get to see sort of the working style of some of the older artists, and the older artists get to infuse themselves with some of that manic energy of the young artists. So I definitely think it's a good marrying of a lot of the different personalities in Charleston. And it's sort of it's just a big sort of open art forum for all of this creative energy to take place.